Welcome back. In this video, we're going to actually take a look at the rhythm of the game. We're going to talk about the pregame festivities, which are the first, second, Charleston, and courtesy, and then we're going to go over the basic play of the hand. I'm not going to get into strategies about different kinds of calls and what hand I'm playing. This is just about the rhythm of the game so you can get a feel for how the game is played. And we'll also talk about the end of a hand or a game so that you can figure out whether or not you've won anything. We've all gotten our tiles through the deal, and now the first thing we have to do is the Charleston. The first Charleston is required. The second Charleston is optional and everyone must agree to doing it. And then the Charleston is the third thing you do in the pregame festivities, which is after either the first if you skip the second, or first, second Charleston, and then the courtesy. First Charleston. The first Charleston is a series of 3 passes, 3 tiles a pass. The first pass is to the person on your right. The second pass is to the person across from you. The third pass is to the person on your left. And on that you can do a blind steal. If everyone agrees to doing the second Charleston, the second Charleston starts with a pass to the person on your left, then a pass to the person across from you, then a pass to the person on your right. So the Charleston, the first one is right over left, left over right, and then we do the courtesy. So now I'm going to do it rather quickly and talk through it. First Charleston, first pass to the right. By the way, it is against the rules to pass a joker in the Charleston. It is an illegal move to pass the joker in the Charleston or the courtesy. You are allowed to discard a joker during play, but you may not pass it. And the reason for that has to do with scoring. If you win without a joker, you get extra points frequently. So if you pass a joker during the Charleston or the courtesy, you're cheating. It's against the rules. You're not allowed to pass a joker. All right, so I'm going to take 3 tiles that I don't want. I'm going to pass it to the person on my right. They're going to pick them up. The person on my left is going to pass me 3 tiles. Once I pass out, I'm allowed to look at them. And again, I'm not going to get into why I'm keeping certain tiles and why I'm not. Now I have to pass across. Pass these 3 across. And the person across from me passes 3. And once we pass it out, we get to look at our tiles and decide if we want to keep them or not. So let's see, I don't want that. Keep that. Okay. Now we take 3 tiles and pass them to the left. Let's talk about the blind steal. Let's say in my hand, I did not want to get rid of 3 tiles on this first left. I don't have to take 3 tiles out of my hand. I could take only 2 tiles out of my hand. I could take 1 tile out of my hand. I could take no tiles out of my hand on the first left, only on this pass of the first Charleston. I wait for the person to pass to me. And let's say I don't want to get rid of any tiles. I like all my tiles, I want to keep them. I can pick all 3 of the tiles up that they have passed to me and pass them to the person on my left. I am not allowed to peek. No peeking. It is a blind steal. It's a blind pass. You are not allowed to peek. Let's reset that. Let's say I had 2 that I didn't want. I would put the 2 out. I would wait for the person to give me a pass. I have to put 3 over here, so I take any one of the 3 that they passed to me. It doesn't matter which one. And I pick it up, and I don't look. No peeking. And I add it. And then I take the 2 that are left, and I bring them into my hand. Okay. Once we finish the first Charleston, the question is, do you want to do a second Charleston? And that is not a majority rules thing. Remember, whether you want to do the second Charleston, if somebody else says, I don't want to do it, everybody skips the second Charleston. Either everybody does it or nobody does it. Let's suppose everybody said, yes, let's do the second Charleston. And the second Charleston is left over right. So I take 3 tiles that I don't want and I have to find 3. And once you start a Charleston, you have to finish it. I can't just do left and say, oh, that's it, I'm done. Can't just do second left and be done. You have to, once you start a Charleston, you have to finish it. Think of it like finishing a windshield wiper. You started here, right over left. Yes, we're going to go back. Left over right. You have to finish the movement. You must finish the first one. If you start the second one, you have to finish it. So we're going to do it. 3 tiles to the left. And I get 3 tiles. It's called the second left. Some people pile their second pass like a little pyramid. That's up to you. That's a table rule. Enjoy. There are lots of table rules. If people choose to play different rules and everyone at the table agrees to it, that's terrific. Go for it. You do not have to follow all of the rules, but I am teaching back of the card Mahjong, which is back of the National Mahjong Card League. Now I need to find 3 tiles to pass over. And again, I'm not really doing strategy. Whoops, I made a mess. You just fix it. And they're passing 3 to me. Once you pass out, you're allowed to pull in. Ideally, they wouldn't show you what they're doing. And I got 3 tiles that I've already passed out. And now we do final right. And with the final right, again, you have the option of the blind steal or the blind pass. And you can, if you want to, steal all 3, steal none, steal 1, steal 2. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to steal any. And I'm going to put my 3 over here. And I'm going to pile them in that nice little pyramid. And then I get these 3. Okay, so we've done both Charlestons. We did the right over left, left over right. And now I'm going to do the courtesy, because the courtesy is what you do when you finish your Charlestons. And the courtesy is you look at the person across from you and you say, hi, I'm willing to trade 0, 1, 2, or 3 tiles. You can't trade any more than 3. And it's an agreement. It's a negotiation. I agree with the person across from me. We talk till we agree. And these 2 people make an agreement about how many they want to exchange. So I'd look up and say, I'll take 2. And if they say, okay, I'll take 2, then we just trade 2. If they say, I've got 3, and I say, well, okay, I have 3. I agree to 3, and then I pass 3. But I'm going to say I don't have 3. I'm going to say I only have 2. And they'll probably say, okay, 2 is fine. And then we get 2. And whatever this partnership or this pair decides, that's what they get. Okay, we finished the first Charleston. We did the second Charleston because the table elected to do it. And we did the courtesy. Now it's time to start the game.